What's going on, you guys? Frost here, and I'm back with another guide. This time I'll be telling you guys how I play Vi jungle. If you find this guide helpful in any way, please do remember to click that like button, as this will help me get this guide out there to more people. Also, if anything changes that will affect this guide in any way, there will be an update in the description. The following subjects we'll mention in this guide: champion description, abilities, leveling order, runes, masteries, the item build, and the jungle strategy. If you want to go to a specific subject, you can click on it right now. Champion description. Vi is a strong fighter. She deals a lot of damage whilst becoming insanely tanky at the same time. Her early game power isn't all that good. Your main goal here is just to get level 4 as fast as you can. After level 4 though, the power starts building. This is because Vi skills with AD like a beast, and all she needs is 2 to 3 damage items to remove anyone off the map. Another thing with Vi is you don't have to worry about ganking all that much, since her ult allows her for pretty much a free kill every time it's up. If you like a champion that does a lot of damage while still being able to tank everything, Vi is definitely the champion for you. Vi's abilities. Her passive, Blast Shield. When Vi damages an enemy with an ability, she gains a shield which absorbs damage equal to 10% of her maximum health for 3 seconds. Her first ability, Vault Breaker. Once you hold down your Q, Vi starts channeling, increasing the range and damage over 1.25 seconds. Whilst channeling, Vi's movement speed is slowed by 15%. When you release your Q, Vi dashes towards the cursor location, dealing physical damage and applying denting blows to all enemies hit. When Vi collides with an enemy champion, she stops, knocking the champion back. You can use this skill for several things, helping you wave clear by fully charging this and using your E after on the last minion you hit with her Q. You can also use the skill for mobility, since you can go over walls with this skill, or you can use it to gank, dealing a solid amount of damage whilst giving a small CC. But this small CC is enough time for you to auto attack once and E right after for some good burst damage. You can also use flash at the same time you let go of this ability to get that extra distance and an unexpected gap closer on the enemy. Her second ability, Denting Blows. Every third attack on the same target deals additional physical damage equal to a percentage of the target's max health. This is capped against minions and monsters at 300 damage. It also reduces the target's armor by 20% and grants Vi bonus attack speed which scales with levels, going up to 50%. This skill is what makes Vi so strong. It basically makes killing tanks on objectives like Baron and Dragon a walk in the park. This skill also makes your jungle clear really fast, since you can sweat through the camps with 300 damage you gain each third hit. And the attack speed you gain to get those 300 damage hits more often. Also, it pretty much removes all of the armor the camps have. Her third ability, Excessive Force. Vi passively stores charges every few seconds up to a maximum of 2 stored charges at once. When using this ability, Vi gains bonus attack range, and it causes her next basic attack to deal physical damage as well as hitting all the enemies in a cone behind the target. This skill is used for a couple of things. Either an auto attack reset to get the stacks of denting blows on the target faster, or it's used to wave clear instantly when combining this with your Q. Her fourth ability, Assault and Battery. Vi targets an enemy champion and chases it down, performing an uppercut upon reaching the target, dealing physical damage and knocking up the target for 1.25 seconds. Whilst charging, Vi is immune to CC and will knock enemies that stand in their way to the side, dealing 75% of the damage to them. This skill is what makes Vi so easy. It pretty much means a free kill every time you use it. You can use the skill in combination with your Q and flash to get an insane gap closer. Leveling these abilities. Starting off, I take W on level 1. This offers you the fastest initial camp clear. On level 2, I take E to get the auto attack reset and the extra damage for a faster clear on the buff camp. And then I take Q on level 3 to either gank or use it to farm my jungle faster. As far as maxing goes, I'll max my Q first for a lower cooldown and the most upfront damage. Then I'll max my W second because this offers you way more than your E. You max your E last because you only use this for an auto attack reset basically. And of course you level your R whenever possible. The runes. I go for 9 attack damage marks, 9 flat armor seals, 9 scaling magic resist glyphs and 3 flat AD quints. I go for the flat AD because Vi has great AD scaling, so this will offer you the most overall damage. I take the 9 flat armor seals to easily survive your jungle early on. However, if you are very experienced with Vi, I recommend swapping these flat armor seals for the scaling ones. And then I take 9 scaling MR glyphs to help me out getting more tanky later in the game. The Masteries. I go for 12-18-0 on Vi. In the Ferocity tree I take the increased spell damage because this helps you in dealing more damage overall. Plus the attack speed is not something you need. Then you simply take stuff to increase your damage and sustain. You get Oppressor because you have quite a lot of CC and slows, so this will help you deal more damage onto your targets. Then in the Cunning tree I take the increased damage to minions and monsters for a faster clear into Assassination to increase your dueling potential. After that simply take increased damage to low health targets, Armor Pen and end in Thunderlords. I personally very much prefer Thunderlords on Vi because this will help you burst people down with your Q auto attack E combo. The item build. I have two different item builds for Vi. The first one will be more damage heavy build and the second one will be more of a full tank build. If you are starting out on Vi, I recommend going for the second build because it's much easier to play that way. Anyway, let's get into the first build. To start off, you want to get yourself a Hunter's Machete and a refillable potion. After your initial clear, you want to go back and upgrade your machete into a Stalker's Blade. At this point, you want to finish your jungle item off with the Warrior enchant as fast as possible. Plus, you want to get yourself a pair of regular boots so you can roam the map a bit faster. Now, the first item you want to rush into is a Blade of the Rune King. The reason you get this over anything else first is because it will give you lifesteal plus a lot of percentage health damage and attack speed. It will allow you to thread through dragons, the Rift Herald and your enemies very quickly. After Blade, you want to finish your boots into a pair of Ninja Tabbies. You get these boots because they will offer you the most tank stats. Now, you want to build into a Black Cleaver. Getting Cleaver at this stage in your build will allow you to one-shot the enemy squishies whilst you're still quite tanky. But to add to this tankiness, you want to build yourself a Deadman's Plate. This item will offer you mobility and tank stats, and that's exactly what you want. And to finish your 6 items, you want to get yourself a Titanic Hydra, or if you are the one getting focused, then get yourself Asterix instead. You can decide this later on. Both of these items will have a component that is the same, so yeah, it's basically no problem. And to completely finish this build, you can sell your jungle item for a Maw. Getting a Maw here will offer you a lot of extra tankiness against burst of mages this late in the game, plus it will give you a lot of extra lifesteal when you're low. This is the build I use on Vi, but remember this will take a lot of practice to pull off. Then, for the second build, you want to start out the same way until after your jungle item enchant, but you can also decide if you want to get a Cinderhulk instead of the Warrior. This will again be a lot more tolerating. So anyway, after you get your jungle item, you want to get yourself a pair of Ninja Tabbies, because they are the best tank boots in the game. After that, you want to start building into a Phage for a Triforce. Getting Triforce in this build is very key, because this is a single item that will allow you to deal quite a good amount of damage. After Triforce, you want to start building full tank. You get yourself a Deadman's Plate first. This will help you catch people out with your ultimate a lot easier, and it will also help you land those Qs better. After Deadman's Plate, get yourself a Asterix so you can get bursted down by AP damage. And then you want to finish this build off by getting either a Thornmail or a Randuin's, or even a Banshees if the enemy team is more AP heavy. Get a Thornmail against AD champions that don't crit much, get Randuin's against crit heavy champions, and Banshees against pretty much any kind of high AP damage output. You will have to decide what you get depending on your game. The jungle strategy. In the background right now you can see the jungle clear for both sides of the map. Whilst this is playing, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about farming, objective control, split pushing, ganking and team fighting. Starting off with farming. Vi is the type of champion that can literally just one-shot a camp, so really make use of this. Especially if you want to be able to go for the first build of the 2 item builds that I've shown before. Also, it's a very good idea to always do a full clear on your first one, because this will give you level 4. From level 4 onwards, Vi starts building your power. The objective control, this is very important on Vi because you can do it fast. You should always do a full clear, back for your jungle item, instantly go to the dragon. It is so easy to do this with Vi and it will put you far ahead. When it comes to ganking, it's pretty much free on Vi once you have your ultimate, but if you don't have your ultimate, just try landing your Q and you should be fine. Remember, you can also use Flash Q to close a massive gap and surprise your enemy. As far as split pushing and team fighting goes, it depends a lot on which build you want to go for. If it's the first one, you should always try to split push a lot because no one can 1v1 you. And if you're team fighting with the first build, you should always try to peel for your team and just murder the front line unless you have a solid shot at the enemy carries. If you went for the second build, then you don't want to split push. You want to stick with your team and try to catch the enemy carries with your ultimate. Draw more attention to you and soak their damage. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it or learned anything from it, please do remember to click that like button right below this video, as this helps me get this video out there. If you would like to see more guides like this, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!